the most rare Swiss banknotes in value. The 10 Swiss francs of 1997 depict the face of Le Corbusier, a famous Swiss architect, painter and theorist of the 1900s, was in fact one of the most important figures in contemporary architecture, and the use of the reinforced concrete in construction, a material still used today in the construction of any building. On the reverse you will notice in the background rectangles of various shapes. They are pieces of the facade of the courthouse in Chandigarh, a city located in India. It was the result of the urban plan, considered among the most beautiful created by the Swiss architect. Today, one of these notes is worth $35. The 50 Swiss francs from 1973 are green and depict the face of a child on the right with a laurel wreath on his head. On the center of the banknote you will see the number 50 clearly visible, just above a written in italics Swiss National Bank, translated into 3 different languages, German, French, and Italian. This is because these 3 languages are mainly spoken in the country. On the reverse, a typical peasant family, engaged in the harvest. Today one of these paper coins has maintained a constant and equal value over time since it was issued. The peculiarity lies in the fact that the collecting market is increasingly attracted to this $45 bill. These 100 Swiss francs from 1970 depict the face of a child intent on feeding a small lamb. On the center the classic numeron indicating the face value of the banknote, on the reverse instead the representation of San Martino while meeting a half-naked beggar, intent to cut his cloak in two to give it to the beggar, an iconography that radically changed the life of Saint Martin. Today, one of these notes is worth around $50. The 20 Swiss francs of 1995 depict the face of Arthur Honegger, a Swiss composer of the 20th century. On the reverse instead the representation of the Pacific 231 orchestral opera, or rather it was for Arthur, the most elaborate musical orchestral composition. In fact this symphony imitates the sound of a steam locomotive because he was a great fan of trains. Today this paper money is worth $55. The face of Sophie Toy-Berarp, Swiss painter and artist, who became famous for her creativity in the world, is stamped on the 50 Swiss franc in 1995. On the reverse, you will be able to glimpse in the background of the drawings representing the works of art created by Sophie, understandable for those who are connoisseurs. One of these banknotes with an original value at the time of issue of about $46, today has more than doubled its value, bringing it to $110.